In his play, An Enemy of the People, the Norwegian dramatist Henrik Ibsen wrote of a man named Thomas Stockman, a scientist who insisted on views that were considered unpopular. Yet instead of feeling despondent, Dr. Stockman's defiance galvanized him, allowing himself to feel secure and confident. Near the end of the play, he says, "The strongest man in the world is he who stands alone." We can only imagine the amount of strength that Abraham must have mustered in order to make his journey through the ancient Near East, for in many ways, he too was alone. We read in our Torah portion this Shabbat, Parshat Lech Lecha, that Abraham was asked to go to a land that God would show him. From previous readings, we already know that Abraham originated in a land called Ur Kasdim, which scholars have placed near the base of the Euphrates River, close to the Persian Gulf. Midway through his life, he moved to the city of Haran, which is farther north on the Euphrates. During Abraham's time, both of these cities are home to flourishing civilizations centered around a great river. So when Abraham begins to travel to the land of Canaan, the Promised Land, he makes stops in the cities of Beth-el and Ai, which are also located near rivers, albeit not as vast as the Euphrates. But then he heads to the area known as the Negev, the southern area of Canaan. As you can read in commentaries, Negev means dried or parched land. By understanding the locations in Abraham's itinerary, we can appreciate just how unlikely his journey is. He heads away from the cradle of civilization, from areas with sophisticated agriculture and highly populated communities. And his destination is the desert, where life is sparse. Even after he visits Egypt, another area of high civilization centered around a great river, he returns to the Negev once again. Abraham stands alone not only in his religious faith. He stands alone physically, far away from the place in which he grew up, and far away from people in general. Like Abraham, we are periodically faced with times when we are isolated in one sense or another, either from friends and family or from an actual physical location that we value and enjoy. There are moments when we can react as Thomas Stockman did in Henrik Ibsen's play, by relying on our inner resources, our beliefs, our personal sense of self-worth. As we read the story of Abraham, it is worthwhile to note how he builds up his inner resources in order to thrive in this new and highly unexpected chapter of his life. May his fortitude inspire all of us. Amen.